Hey guys, it's Sunny returning with Sunny Healing Intuitions. I hope you've had a great week. I did a healing retreat this weekend and made some more friends and got a lot of healing done and explored into nature. Did my first Mississippi camping trip, which was definitely not for the faint of the heart. It was very humid and hot, but it was beautiful. And there's a long weekend coming up, and I took off extra days, so I'm really excited to dive in a little bit further and start preparing for my expansion in my business. So welcome to Journey to Sacred Expansion. This is, gosh, I don't know what number episode this is. This may be 11 or 12, I'm not sure. I didn't really look at that, but welcome. Today we're going to get back to the chakra system. Last week I kind of went over my story and just kind of touched on some parts that about my story and what I've already gone over in my past episodes. But this week we're picking it back up and going to the heart chakra, which is color green. I'm wearing green today. I love green. It's my favorite color. It's also associated with the color pink, but it is mainly green. Okay. I have lots of green clothes, but unfortunately I'm having a problem lately where I have surpassed my even smaller clothes, so now I've got to start looking into getting new clothes, which sucks because I have a ton of collector shirts and band stuff, so that's a little sad. I just maybe have to adjust them a bit. I guess, I mean, sometimes we have these struggles and it's okay, it's not a big thing, it's just something that I noticed, but this is one of my favorite shirts. So again, this week I'm diving into the heart chakra. It's located in the center of your chest here, and the heart chakra is associated with color green, and it could also be pink, and the mantra is yam. That comes from here. As you say it, you'll notice how it feels when it vibrates up. And this is related to the element of air. And the affirmations for this chakra, start with I love, which is something you should be saying a lot. I say it all the time, every day, about living my life. I love my cats, I love my job, I love myself, I love my friends, I love the connections coming in. I'll say about things that I'm calling in, it's a great way to bring joy and happiness into your life. This chakra also affects the heart, pericardium, circulatory system, lungs, shoulders, arms, ribs, breasts, and diaphragm. The life lesson around the heart chakra is to experience compassion and connection within oneself and others. So this is truly the heart center of where we extend love and compassion and kindness and gentleness, towards ourselves first. And that's an extension to others. We're all one, as I've mentioned before, okay? We are all one. We need to treat each other as such, You don't know what this other person may be going through. They could be having a hard day, and because you're, having a different experience, you may be not realize, and that could cause something else in their life that could be tragic. So we just have to be kind to one another. We want to treat others as we want to be treated, right? So why would we treat somebody else poorly when we're having a bad day? Because we wouldn't want to be treated that way on a bad day, right? So the crystals that are associated with the heart chakra is rose quartz. This is my rose quartz kitty. We have green tourmaline. This is the one I use the most. I have a few because it's one of my favorite stones. We have jade, which I have a couple different ones. They're different shades. So here's one of them. And then I've got another one that's kind of a darker shade of jade. But I love these stones. They're very grounding. earth energy, but also just help with, connecting that heart to the ground to ground your energy, especially when you're all up here. We also have malachite, which is one of my favorites. I also have a necklace stone. I love the way that the lines look. It's like a little spiral in that one almost. You can't hardly see it with the light. We have green calcite. This is my favorite. I use this when I'm doing healing and activating my symbols in a healing session. As you can see, there are several different shades within this one stone. And then there was a little piece here that broke off. I use that as a travel stone when I need that. We also have green kyanite, which this one is, I believe, a kyanite, but it can look, all these stones can look different when they're rough stones, have more ridges to it. We also have emerald and peridot, which I do not have on hand right now. My peridot is somewhere, but it's just not here at the moment, so we will move on. Now, as always, I always have to state a disclaimer before I go over this information. Just remember that what I provide is relative to healing ourselves. However, if you have a concern with a medical condition, please consult your doctor or a medical professional on medical advice. I am in no way certified or a medical professional, so I am not certified to give this information as medical experience or advice. Okay, so just remember this is a focus on holistic art of healing and should be done with discernment and caution. Okay, so the heart chakra holds connection to both the physical and spiritual aspects of ourselves, and it acts as a bridge connecting our physical chakras and our spiritual chakras. So this is kind of how we get in touch with our higher self in relation to the rest of the world and the universe. Now remember, higher self is not something we're trying to get to. That is where we receive our intuition. That's our highest aspect of our self that brings down the information from source, from our angels, our guides, whoever you work with, okay? Whoever you pray to. So the heart chakra is, when it's out of harmony and balance, we are disconnected from ourselves, which creates difficulty loving ourselves or giving love from a genuine place to others. We do not feel deserving of love and have difficulty receiving love. We can be out of touch with who we truly are on a soul level, and we can develop depression from lack of connection to self. Okay, that's that love that we cannot show ourselves, it's a block of love. It's a block to our heart. So this can create depression, unfortunately. So if you're experiencing any of these feelings, please reach out to a certified healer like myself or a therapist for clarity and healing of these wounds. Causes of these blocks can come from repressed heartache or grief. So if you've had someone that's passed on, or you've had a really heartbreaking breakup, or somebody in your family truly hurt you, but you were not able to share it, or you didn't feel comfortable or safe to share it, so you've pushed it down, you suppressed it. So this could cause physical, mental, and emotional ailments that I'm going to go over now. Again, I just go over this information so you're aware. This brings awareness to how we heal. I'm not a huge fan of Western medicine. I'm a very big advocate of natural healing, holistic arts of healing. So I strongly believe in passing on this information and just having discernment within your own body. Your body will always tell you if you ask and pay attention where you're feeling ailments, why. Ask your guides, journal out what's going on, and sit in meditation and allow the answers to come through. This is in no way to scare you. It's just information, okay? Just knowledge to make you aware. So physical dysfunctions can be congestive heart failure, heart attack, heart disease, asthma, allergies, lung cancer, bronchial pneumonia, lung disease, breast cancer, or high blood pressure. Mental and emotional dysfunctions can be love and hatred. So very, very strong love and then very, very strong hatred can, if it's not balanced, it can just be chaos. And I think that you understand what I'm saying. Resentment, grief, self-centeredness, loneliness, forgiveness, compassion, hope, and trust. These all can be out of alignment when, or you can have trouble with these, like forgiving others when they wrong you, or even forgiving someone when you feel they did you wrong, but they may not know it. You know, you can't forgive someone if they don't know that you've hurt them, you know, towards them, but you can forgive others without even telling them. So this is just clarification of what I mean for that. So we'll have trouble holding compassion and hope and trust when the heart chakra is out of balance. Now, ways that you can unblock the heart chakra. Sorry, my throat is. One second. Sorry, that will not be edited out. I still need to learn that. So ways to unblock the heart chakra is yoga poses, such as yoga poses that are associated with the shoulders, the arms, and the chest are camel pose, seated spinal twist, and eagle pose. So if you want to, you can look these up. Google's a very fascinating source of information. Oils you can use are rose, geranium, neroli, I hope I'm saying those right, palmarosa, bergamot, lavender, lemon balm, and ylang ylang. It's not like I say these often, so I did not prepare. I just kind of put this information together and did this today because I do have a lot to do tonight. So I wanted to get this information out to you all because I love you so much and I miss you. You can also wear green. Color therapy is great. It really helps bring out that energy, you know, setting the intention, saying, hey, Spirit, I want to feel compassion and love for myself today. So I'm going to wear this green. Can I bring this into myself? You can just say it or think it. Just hold that intention and wear the color. Buy yourself some roses. This is, they really resonate with the heart chakra. So it brings in that love and compassion within your home or your office, wherever you want to bring that into. Buy some rose bud tea from a tea or herbal shop. You can also find it in health markets, or you could probably find it in a farmer's market somewhere. Practice forgiveness of yourself and others. Maybe you have to forgive yourself for holding a relationship longer than you needed to. Put up with abuse from someone, or put up with being made to feel small by somebody for way too long. I mean, I've been there. I put up with that my whole entire life, and I really had to forgive that person. I didn't tell them, but I forgave them in my heart because that helps me to heal that space in my heart. And then I had to forgive myself too for putting up with that for so long and not standing up and saying something or standing firm on my beliefs and my feelings that they were valid. That's huge. That's something that we really, really should spend time healing and forgiving ourselves. Chant to the mantra sound of yum. That's fun, right? And then be open to genuine love and affection from those or for those that you truly love. That's what we're meant to do. This is the only point of our life, is to love. Love is the answer to everything. It's the key to magic, to source energy, to life force energy, to abundance, to joy, happiness, fulfillment, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. The 4-body system right there. Emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. Love is all around us. It's always there. But you have to be willing to accept it. And you have to be willing to give it too. So when our heart chakra is in balance, harmony and activated, we are fully connected to ourselves. We cultivate joy easily every day. We love and accept ourselves as an extension to others, right? Oneness goes in and out. It amplifies all around us. We give love and receive love genuinely, and we cultivate compassion for ourselves and others. Now, wouldn't you want to live in that? We want to make sure that we're healing through these chakras, that we're paying attention to what's going on in our bodies. This is truly how we heal. And I implore you to check out Joe Dispenza. These affirmations and these rewiring of our thoughts, our beliefs that we were originally conditioned to, we need to forget all that. We need to rewire ourselves and understand that we are the answer. We are the love. We are the key that unlocks our beautiful inner world, but we have to go through the darkness to find the light. Without darkness, there is no light, and there is no light without darkness. It goes hand in hand. Okay? But we have to forget about good and bad, good and evil, black and white. There's no duality, okay? We can do anything that we put our minds to. I mean, if I can change from where I was even a year ago, much less 5 years ago or 3 years ago, anyone can do it. I've watched Next Level Soul podcast for so long, and I hope one day I'm on there. Well, actually, no, one day I might actually be on there. But, and that's the goal for me, right? But in watching that, I've watched channelers, I've watched near-death experiencers, people who were scientists or almost on the verge of death drug addicts that have changed their lives and are changing other people's lives every day now. If that can happen, you can change your life and you can heal yourself. And it's not always done alone. That's why I always give these disclaimers to reach out to someone. That's how I did it. I joined a class. I had a mentor. I had friends that I talked to. I had other mediums and spiritual beings of like-minded, souls that were able to help guide me in my journey. And this is why I'm here, to be the lighthouse, to help others, to be here to lead you to a beautiful, bright light within yourself. So I hope this information was helpful and gave you a better understanding of what the heart chakra represents within our bodies. I hope that this can be useful in your own healing journey or practice. And if you ever have questions or you want to reach out, you need spiritual guidance, you want a personal reading, you want energetic healing session, whatever it is you need, you want to have a consultation to see if we fit, please reach out. And feel free to share in the comments. My email is always in the description box below, as well as a link to the healing information and modality that I use. And I will be expanding to Reiki because it's really hard to get people to really trust you unless you are certified in something that they know. So I will be expanding into Reiki so that I can gain a little bit more trust from people and expand into what I'm putting together. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Please like this video, subscribe for more content, and watch out for next week's readings and messages. Thank you. Love you. Take care.